but I've been looking for that, and it's coming. This retirement thing, it's just kind of like a funnel. Hey guys, welcome to the vlog this week. I'm so glad you're here. If you are new, my name is Sonia, married to George. We live in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, and we have 2 dogs. We have a big dog, Dexter, and a little dog named Maddie. And you'll see them throughout the vlogs. This week in the vlog, it's just kind of a little bit of everything. I can tell you right now that we will be going to find an evening dress. We're broadening the search. So now we can go to Green Hills. That's where party people are. That's where all the money is. And so that's where the really nice evening dresses are. And we'll probably have to take along a really nice budget for this. I am fixing gumbo. So we have that going in the crock pot. And just to let you know, I do have clips of me fixing this, and I'll walk you through it here in just a second. Stay tuned. And we'll have that for dinner tonight. Looking forward to that. Tomorrow, Mom gets a perm and a haircut. I'm anticipating it's going to take a couple of hours, maybe even 3. So George, I believe, is going with me. Normally, well, last time, I just sat in the car and waited and was happy to do that because I always have things that I can do. It's just really going to be hot tomorrow, but I don't want to be sitting in the heat tomorrow. I could go to a coffee shop. George said, yeah, I'll go with you. Her appointment's at 11, so we'll probably eat lunch. That'll give us something to do. We'll go eat and maybe shop while she's doing that. And then if she wants something, we'll get her something after. But that's kind of the 2 big outings that we have for this week. I have a few things that I'm trying to do. And you know, this retirement thing, it's just kind of like a funnel, you know? It's like you start out with all of these things that you're going to accomplish in the year. And as the year narrows down, and we're in the last quarter of the year almost, we've done a lot, but you know, there's only so much you can fit through that little funnel hole. And that's kind of where we are right now. Most people call it a bottleneck. Leave it to me to come up with the funnel hole. Yeah, we're at the funnel hole. We're at the bottleneck, whatever you want to call it. But it's all okay. It's like sometimes I get frustrated, but you know, I've just decided to take it all in stride because I remember like when you're working and you have those weekends on Sunday night, you're like, you got the Sunday blues and you're like, oh, if I just had one more day. So then when we would have the 3-day weekends, at the end of the 3-day weekend, Sunday night or Monday night, whatever day it is, so you're going back to work. After a 3-day weekend, you're like, oh my gosh, if I just had one more day. I feel that way in retirement. It's like when the sun goes down, it's like, I just need a few more hours. I just need a few more hours in my day. But it's all good. I'm realizing that life is just always that way, at least with me. Now, some people get bored with retirement and don't have enough to do. I am not that way. I mean, I'm just not wired that way. I mean, I have had probably 2 days in this year that I felt bored. And honestly, I think that was more of a depression kind of thing where I had plenty to do. I just didn't feel like doing any of it, didn't want to do any of it. But I'm feeling really energized these days, and I'm ready to tackle all the things. Have a big announcement. I talked with Mom about assisted living, I told her, I said, I'd really like for us to go and tour assisted living if you would be agreeable to that, because she's getting close to the point where something could happen. And if it did, we would be forced to put her somewhere, anywhere. And at that point, it will be wherever we can get her. And so she does have a place that she might get a discount. And certainly we want her to be associated with these people if we can. And it's through our church. Our church started this one, I believe. Or people from the church started it. And I don't know if she's going to like it or not, but she has agreed to go and look at it and to get financial information, because I told her information, that's wisdom, that puts us in a good position to make decisions better for you if we know what we're dealing with, and if we go into it blindly on the day we get the call that, we need help, then, our hands are going to be pretty much tied at that point. I'm so thankful that she's agreed to look at it. It's just better to know what you're dealing with and know how much things are going to be and see if she even likes the place. I was told, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but you can put your name on a waiting list and they'll call you. And if you're not ready, you can put your name further down on the list. That's kind of nice to know. Like, I didn't even know that, and I just found that out this week. So I will be trying to set that appointment this week. We'll be fall decorating soon. We'll be fall planning soon. I'm really wanting to get, some things caught up. There's things that I want to do personally that I've put off. I've tried to get our house taken care of. I've tried to spend time with George. I've tried to get mom's stuff taken care of. We are her taxi. I pay her bills, we get her groceries every week, and whatever she wants to do, we try to get her here and there, take her to the doctor's appointments and all that. So, I'm trying to divide my time, and so I definitely get the YouTube videos done, but I don't get all the extras done, like things to improve my channel, getting further around the learning curve in Final Cut Pro, making graphics for the blog and the vlog. I would like to spend more time in that arena, and I'm not getting enough time reading. Like this past week, since we went to the library and got the new book, I've had one reading night. We've just been going full speed. It just seems like there's so much going on. But lots of things are starting to get put on the calendar. So I'm going to quit talking. Let's just wade through all that stuff. I just always enjoy having this little catch-up time at the beginning of each vlog. And I know you all kind of like chatty vlogs anyway. That's kind of what's going on with me this week. I just feel blessed. We've had some good times lately, so we are definitely headed into September soon, and I'm getting really excited about it. And I already see in the 2-week forecast some nights in the 50s, but I've been looking for that and it's coming, but I see a 58. I'm so excited for those overnight cooler temperatures. Yay! All right, let's get on with our week. Thanks, guys. Okay, so let's dive into this gumbo recipe. And let me tell you, it's a keeper. It was very easy. It cooked in the crock pot. The hardest thing I did was to mix the oil and the flour together and stir it for about 15 minutes. And you had to keep at it. That was the hardest part. And here's kind of what it looks like after 5 minutes. Then you put it in the bottom of your crock pot. So again, that was the hardest part of the entire thing except for the chopping. So next we put in our diced tomatoes. So we're going to do that now. And then I added beef smoked sausage. And so you're going to cut it up in chunks like this. And just go ahead and add that to the pot. I added a vegetable jumbo blend. I couldn't find okra, so we went with this soup mix that had okra in it. And honestly, I think it added to the recipe. Then we put in an onion. And then we chopped up a green pepper. And here's what it looks like. We added a little bit of minced garlic and pepper. I love my red pepper, y'all. I put it in just about everything that I make. And there you have it. So it cooked for about 7 to 8 hours on low. And as I said, this is a recipe. Oh, and we did add the shrimp. I see that in there. We did that later on and added some onions to it and parsley. And you can't forget the hot sauce. It was great. It's a keeper. You're sweet Bowie. You like hanging out with Mama? I love hanging out with you because you're my special boy. Yes, you are. It is Wednesday now. We just dropped Mom off to get a perm, so while we're waiting, we're just hanging around Lebanon and doing a little bit of thrifting. Didn't really see anything in there, but George did find 2 CDs. It was kind of picked over a little bit, but that's okay. You never know. I stopped by the Buff City soap. I didn't take you all in there because that's been in so many of my vlogs recently, but I got a refill, which you get $1 off. And there's always a little bit in my account. It was 69 cents today, so I got $1.69 off total just for being a member. Got clothesline. We're in the car. It's kind of rough. We're in Lebanon, Tennessee. So
Lebanon.
I got the clothesline, which is a cross between the narcissist and cotton. So now we're at Goodwill.
Quick buzz in,
We're just
buzz out.
It's so rough in the car. Anyway, we're gonna go in really quick and check out a few things. He's always looking for books and CDs and stuff like that. So, and then we're gonna go eat Italian. They weren't open yet. I am starving. Being chauffeured around by this guy over here. But
I'm the man.
at Goodwill, I found this little bottle, so I'm not allowing myself to buy store-bought dressings anymore. So
I'm allowed to, right?
So I'm making my own, and this little bottle is inspiration because it's so cute. Goodness, this Italian sandwich is about as big as George is. Look at that. That's huge.
It's going to be opening my mouth that way.
I got some spaghetti. That's huge.
Josie Mike's got nothing on these people.
Oh my gosh, can you do it? Oh yeah. Hey guys, we are back home now, and I just have to show you, my grandsons sent George a birthday gift, and it came in the mail yesterday. It was a gift card, and it came with very specific instructions that he was to use the gift card to buy ice cream, because Poppy often buys his grandsons ice cream. I want to show you what he picked out. So this is for the grandchildren. So he picked out Jenny's Boston cream pie. He loves Jenny's. He often sends Jenny's to my daughter and my grandchildren and my son-in-law, of course. And George is known to love Boston cream pie. He also bought lemon and blueberries. And then, of course, while we were there, he told me, you also need to buy some ice cream for you. So I bought Oatly, strawberry. I would have bought Jenny's strawberry if they had had a strawberry flavor. So anyway, I went with the Oatly strawberry. I hope it doesn't have any false sugars in it. I just grabbed it. I was kind of in the mood for mint chocolate chip, and I just grabbed mint chocolate chip Mayfield. The sugar content was not as bad as some that I've seen, and we'll just have to take smaller portions. So I am trying to cut down on sugar. I actually do a pretty good job on my sugar. You know, some of you would argue with that. There are a lot of you that do much better than me, but if you knew what all I have cut out, you'd be amazed. So anyway, I'm going to put these back in the freezer. I just wanted to share that with you. We had a wonderful day out today. We're finding that we really enjoy thrifting. It's just the thrill of the hunt, you know. Sorry, I'm in the laundry room putting this ice cream back in the freezer as I talk, because I don't want to forget that. Oh boy, we're going to have a relaxing evening tonight. I think George is fixing poutine. I'll give you a shot of that, what that looks like. But he does a really good job of making poutine. Tomorrow we're going to Green Hills, and we're going to try again to find an evening dress. Part of what I have to do today, besides finishing up the laundry and working on a YouTube thumbnail, is trying to figure out where all we're going tomorrow. I think Dillard's is probably a good choice, and we got to figure out our timing because we try to be here for the dogs. You know, we just don't like being gone all day. But anyway, we're looking forward to our little day out, and then Friday and Saturday I'm supposed to be home. I do have a couple of things in the works that I'm waiting on. I need to check email. One of them may be there now, but I have emailed to set up an appointment with Assisted Living to take Mom on a tour. She is definitely not enthralled about that, but she has agreed that we need to look at it. We need the information because that might be a place that she might be able to afford. We're just going to have to see so that we can know what we need to do if the time came, because, you know, when the time comes, if you don't have information in your back pocket, you are stuck with what you have and you don't really get to decide as much. At least that's what I hear. So we want to try to be informed, and I'm waiting on that, so I need to check email. And then we also called a cleaning lady to come and clean Mom's, I wanted to call it apartment. It's not an apartment, it's not a condo. They call it a villa. It is similar to a condo, probably the same square feet. Yeah, we have that call placed, and so she's supposed to check back with me on her schedule. Very excited about that, so I'm gonna meet her to give us estimates whenever she can meet us. She could do it tomorrow, but we already had tomorrow planned. We also just booked our hotel in Chattanooga last night, and very excited about that. We're going to be staying a couple of nights later on in the year and see friends who are building a house there, and so we're excited about that. Lots of fun things coming up on the radar. It's going to get really busy really fast, and I'm so glad we are not working. You know, we're going to be going to Texas again later in the year. We'll have family coming here later in the year, hopefully decorating for fall, decorating for Christmas, much like you guys will be doing, and just all the things. Excited for all the shopping excursions that we're going to take, and this is my favorite time of year when we get to probably September. You know, we start planning. We plan what's going to happen from October on out. We're already starting to plan our anniversary. It's going to be exciting times on the vlog. You know, we're just going to take you with us with whatever we do in our life and whatever's going on. And if you like vlogs, you're going to have some real life stuff coming up. George is gone to get Dexter. They'll be back soon, and I have a lot to do before we actually sit down and eat dinner and watch a show. I just booked our pets for boarding when we go on our Chattanooga trip. Oh my gosh, y'all. The guilt. I just turned down $5 per night per dog to have a special pup cup, little dessert cup after dinner. And I turned down the $15 per night per dog snuggle time. Little extra snuggle, one-on-one time with the staff for dogs that need extra attention. I had to run downstairs to George, who is making some music right now. He's doing some recording in his little man cave down there. I think I've interrupted him like 3 times. I'm like, are you good with this time? You know, leaving them. What time are we leaving for Chattanooga? And dropping them off. Then I had to go back down there and ask him, okay, the mom guilt is setting in. Do we want to do the pup cup for each dog? You know, I just felt guilty skipping over that. It's like, well, yes, we want them to have cuddle time and a special dessert. What kind of dog mom am I if I don't allow them to do that? But George is like, honey, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to be worn out at the end of the day, and they're going to get plenty of attention. They'll be sleeping. They'll be wanting to rest. It's like, okay, just checking. But the guilt, it's like some of the other dogs may be getting snuggle time and extra desserts. But I have them boarding together, rooming together, which, they'll do fine. It'll give them some comfort to know that they're together, even though they're not chummy. They do well together. Oh, wow. So yeah, no pup cups and no extra snuggle time for my babies. It was going to add a whole lot extra. Is that $20 per dog per night to do those things? Yeah, still feel guilty. I think that was intended. I wonder how many people actually do that. Probably everybody but me. And I would have done it because I hate leaving them. We love them. They are just such a big part of the family. Chattanooga trip is set. Looking forward to that. It's not going to be for a while. I'm tired, y'all. This has been a busy day. Pretty poutine. As I start to settle more into retirement, I love the extra small things that you can do for yourself that used to seem like so much trouble. One of those things is making fresh squeezed juice and making breakfast for myself. I don't do this every morning, but when I do, I realize it's one of those days that makes retirement so special. We have arrived in Green Hills. We are blessed with the traffic on Hillsborough Road. Green Hills and Belmead is probably like the ritzier. Yeah, bougie's the word today. It's the bougie area, and we even dressed up a little bit more to just come shop in this area, which we just did by natural instinct. I actually went to school in this area, and George did too, because I went to Lipscomb. He went to Vanderbilt.
It's the old stomping grounds.
Yeah, we really like coming here. We just don't come here very often.
Because the traffic sucks.
At 10 a.m. and we're inching toward Green Hills right now.
We're like 4 blocks away from the mall and probably 45 minutes.
Okay, so we are here to find this evening dress. I'm gonna go to Dillard. We're gonna go to the mall first. There's several places in the mall, and then we'll start branching out outside of there.
Find a dress second place.
I am glad that you're hopeful. I don't even know what to expect.
What if the first dress you see is perfect? Are you going to go ahead and get it, or are you going to keep it?
Probably, unless it wipes out our savings.
We're gonna get you the dress that you need to look snazzy at the black tie event at the Symphony Center.
We're moving, yay! They don't open till 11. I'm shocked. I cannot believe that. That's okay. There's other places open. What time do you people get up in Green Hills? I mean, good grief. Maybe nobody works, nobody shops. I don't know. To get in the dressing room. So annoying. So far there's not a lot of choice for my size. It's all for skinny minis. It's not me. I did find this because anything I do find that's long is going to be too long, and there's just not There's just not a lot to choose from. I'm gonna try this on. I think it's gonna be too small. I don't really even like it, so there's that. But I'm kind of feeling a little desperate, but let's see what happens. That was a no-go. I couldn't even get in it, so what else can I say? It's just not gonna work. Not gonna work. I want to be hopeful, but I'm starting to think people my size aren't allowed to go to black tie events. Just my thoughts. And these are the ones that I've chosen to try on. I would really prefer the black. I'm trying to keep in mind that George's tuxedo is black. Of course, I know anything will go with black, but I want us to look good together. I really like this one. I've got 2 sizes to try on. It meets my criteria, and I think the length would be okay, so I don't know, we'll just see. I like this one. I like the sleeves. I'm a little concerned that it's not going to be formal enough. I think it would be really good for a funeral. The only, which I'm not shopping for today, but you know, it's always good to have. But the problem that I'm having right now is that it has a zipper in the back and the zipper is stuck. It's not working. The fabric is caught in it, and it's like if you're gonna have a nice dress, you've got to have a nice zipper, because if you can't get the zipper up and down, it's not gonna do you any good. That's a fail. This is Adriana Papel. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but normally their stuff is really good quality, but this zipper, I can't be handling that. It's just not working. So if the zipper don't work, the dress is not gonna work. All right, if nothing else, I think this one will work. It's very dressy. The outer layer makes it more of a T-length, and it's a little low cut. I think I would need, you know, a better bra situation. I think will help that. And then it looks weird to have this completely closed, but you know, if I feel uncomfortable, I certainly can. I think this one will work. Like it's not showing flab. I'm not sure flowery is where it's at, but it's the best option that I have tried on so far. At least I can get in it. So I will be alongside George in his black. I guess it would be okay, I don't know. So far it's the best option, and then we'll get some kind of shoes to wear. Well, let's just keep seeing what we can find. Okay. Kind of thinking this one is a lot better. If it's gonna be a shorter dress, it's really fancy. It's gonna go with his tux. I think this one would work. Like, George is gonna have to zip me up, but I really like this a lot. And, you know, I've got a bra right here, but you can't really see through it, but I would probably wear a strapless bra. But yeah, let me see what he thinks. Hey guys, I think that this one is gonna be the one. Everybody liked it. There's a whole crew out there. Now I'm starting to get confused because I like this one too. Would have to put something, a snap or something there, but I like this one too. It might not be quite as dressy. Let me go see what George thinks. Sorry, you guys are not getting George's reactions. There's just a lot of people out there, so I'm not videoing out there, but you may have to wait. You may have to wait to see the final decision. But I got one more to try on. Don't like this one as much. Belly fat. It's not bad, but it's not as flattering. I don't have it zipped up all the way. It's just okay. Now he's confusing me because he really likes this one. Yeah, I really don't want to wear a girdle. We're back now from Green Hills. We had a great little day out. We went to the Crow's Nest and had lunch. We were bad. We had catfish baskets, just little catfish strips. We both picked it out on the menu like, yep, we're having that. But yeah, it's for lunch and we probably won't have anything for dinner. If we do, it won't be much. We also stopped by this little wine shop slash liquor store, I guess you could call it. You know, it was a little place that we all used to get our wine back in the day when we lived in that area. We stopped in. We also bought a few bottles of wine from Trader Joe's. We went there as well. We came back with a little haul. My bottle that I bought from Bud's is this one right here. Used to drink that one when I worked at Dillard's, so it seemed appropriate. Yeah, so we just bought a few little things I'll show you from the wine shop there and also from Trader Joe's. We just didn't buy much from Trader Joe's. We didn't need a lot. I did have some things that I put in the freezer, just a couple of items. So not really a good haul for you, but I will show you the wine we bought, and George bought some Maker's Mark. Got a Pinot Noir, a German Rosé, another Pinot Noir. Some of these are really cheap from Trader Joe's. One's from France. Just to have a few more to stick in the wine rack for special dinners. I did buy this cereal. It had a little more sugar than I really would have liked it to have, but I really wanted to try it, so we got that. George bought that. I did buy these. Little craving because I don't have popcorn much. Occasionally I'll let myself have a few of these. I said there wasn't going to be a haul, but I will show you what I did get. I keep seeing people trying these, saying that they're wonderful, especially if you season them up a little bit. So we're going to try that. I got this quiche. Honestly, I think that's it. Well, I'm glad to be back. But like I said, it was successful. We did find the dress. I am going to not tell you which one we got, although you can probably guess which one we got. It was the one that looked the best on me. But I will save the final reveal for the night that we go. I think you probably saw in the footage that I gave you the thumbs up on some pants that I bought. Ruby Road. They were regular 55 capri jeans, $13.65. So I got a blue pair and I got a light colored pair, light blue, and I got a white pair. The white pair I think was a little bit more. They were $21. They're white jeans and I didn't have any white jeans. So I was really happy to find some more capri pants because I only had 3 pair of capri pants. Actually 2. The third pair, they almost come down to my ankles. They're just, I guess you'd call them cropped pants instead of capris. So technically I had 2 pair of capri jeans and I love my jeans. I love my jeans, and that's usually what I wear, you know, when I run about. Usually, we've just been going out maybe a couple of days a week, and then on, you know, Sundays I wear church clothes, which are kind of like work clothes, you know, they're dressier. I was waking up in the mornings and would be getting ready to go out, and it's like, well, I don't have anything to wear. So, yeah, now I do. I've got lots of casual clothes, and I'm so happy to have them at such a good price. I had them on my list to buy more next spring because I figured that's when they're going to be out. And they were going to be full price. So the Lord led me in the right place. Found my dress, found me some much needed clothing to wear for pants. So I think we're set. We're set for next spring. And it'll be here before we know it. But I'm ready for fall. Today has been a little bit better. We had this little tiny front come through, and I would say it's probably lowered the temperatures from like the 98 to like the 88s. But I do see 50s in the forecast for the nighttime temp, and I'm really looking forward to that. I think we'll eat in the sunroom that night and maybe open the windows in there. maybe even hang out in there and read. Also, I heard back from the cleaning lady, and she is set to come and tour Mom's place next Wednesday and give us a quote. I don't think she's going to clean yet. I think we're just going to talk to her about it. Mom wants me to be over there when she comes, so I'll go over there. I want to watch some YouTube. I think I want to watch somebody go camping. There's this guy that I've been watching that just goes camping and relaxes and talks to the camera as he fixes dinner. And I think that's what I want to do. That type of video really relaxes me. So I'm going to do that and then maybe read and just take it easy the rest of the day. I don't really think I have anything important or pressing to do. That just sounds good, so we're just going to do that. Hey guys. Well, as I'm editing this, I thought I should pop on here and tell you that I am wearing a different shirt from yesterday. It is the same exact color. This one has a V-neck, the other one had a round neck. It was a totally different style of shirt, but I don't know, it just made me feel better to come on here and let you know I'm not wearing yesterday's clothes. And now that we put those thoughts away, we'll proceed with the video. Good morning. It's Friday morning already. I remember Friday mornings when I worked, it's like, yay, it's Friday. To me now, it just, every day is Friday, every day's the weekend. So going to be packing some boxes today, the Magi boxes, which are the Christmas boxes that we pack for children that might not ordinarily get a Christmas. And we pack a little outfit, and I've shown this before, and I'm going to try to do it today if I can, to video me packing a box. We pack a little bit of, necessities like toothpaste and a toothbrush and a little outfit and underwear, socks, sometimes even little sandals for the little kids because they'll fit down in there. We put a lot of toys in there too, things for them to do and play with. But today we are packing specifically for children in Ukraine. A couple of days ago, they let us know that they were packing this Friday, and I had planned on doing all kinds of things here at the house today, but it's not going to hurt me to run over there for 2 hours to pack the boxes. So where I'm going is about 30 minutes away. I need to be leaving right now. I'm always about 10 minutes late because I always have just a few things I need to do, like fixing my water for the day or taking my vitamins or, rebooting the laundry or something. But anyway, I also wanted to share with you guys something that I hardly ever think to share because it's just kind of a behind the scenes thing that we've always done. Our anniversary's coming up, and we're going to be playing a game, which we do every year, to determine where we go for anniversary. We love doing this every year. Normally, we list all the restaurants and then take turns marking it off the list, which is a pretty fair way of doing it. But this year, I thought, let's do that just a little bit different. Let's do it kind of like we do picking our movies. It's like, let's take 2 restaurants, compare between those 2, and take one off the list. And we'll discuss it every night for dinner. So every day we're taking 2 restaurants, researching them, and we're each going to come to the dinner table that night with the restaurant out of those 2 that we prefer. And then the negotiation will begin if we're totally opposite. So I thought it would be just something fun to discuss at dinner, but also it makes us take a look at the restaurants, really take a look at the restaurants. And we'll have time, because we have plenty of time between now and then to knock restaurants off the list. I know when we play it the other way, a lot of times the unknowns, like restaurants I'm not really familiar with, a lot of times they remain on the list because maybe I didn't have time to do research early on in the game. And so that means that sometimes we might end up with restaurants that might have gotten taken off the list early on. So, what we end up with is restaurants that end up in the last 5 or 10 that really we might not have even wanted to go to, and maybe we marked off something else better that we didn't mean to because we hadn't done our research yet. that was kind of my thinking. It's like, that game worked great, but it's a little bit flawed in the way that when you're doing it so fast, you don't really have time to research all of the restaurants in the beginning when you're starting to mark off the list. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I suggested we just do 2 a day, and that's what we're doing. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, Maddie's barking. I gotta go. We gotta get down the road. See you guys. Look who came to Magi packing. Her name is Pumpkin. Well, I'm so glad you're here, Pumpkin. I love doggies. Good morning. We are through packing. Got a lot of boxes packed today. Enjoyed spending the time with the ladies. I stopped at Tropical Cafe just to kind of treat myself. Really don't have a whole lot to eat at home for lunch, and I've got a wrap. It's a jerk chicken wrap. It looks really good. So it looks like it has lettuce and beans and chicken and rice, and it looked like it was pretty healthy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. Go ahead and give me a like, and that helps spread the videos out to others, and I would appreciate it if you would leave me a comment and let me know if anything resonated with you. Don't know if you've ever had to buy an evening dress before, but it was a little bit stressful, but I'm so happy that we found that in this vlog. I thank you guys for coming along with us. George and I are loving retirement. We have a lot coming, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next week. A lot going on next week. We are going to try to work in the basement some. I'm meeting a cleaning woman to clean Mom's place. That's going on next week. And then George and I have an excursion where we're going to Nashville to do a few things. So stay tuned. We will see you next week. Y'all have a good week, guys. Bye-bye now.